10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Dun, 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 dun. I need to switch it from Los Angeles to Denver. So they're like, they escaped the streets of Denver. And then we could be like the fucking A team, except for we're the B team, but more like probably like the C or the D team. I'm not sure. Maybe the F team. What's the worst team? That's the team we are. We're the worst team. We're like the fucking Suicide Squad. We're like the fucking that front line fucking those dudes they put on the front line just to get shot because they know that eventually like the robots are going to run out of. It's the Zap Brannigan strategy to winning the war is what we are. We're the front line for the Zap Brannigan strategy, if that makes any sense to you guys. Anyway, how's it going? What's up? How are you? How are you now? Says Don't Poke the Bear. Oh, pretty good there. You know, I don't know what the fucking response is. I never watched that show, but I know that Matt would talk to you about it sometimes, and you guys had a thing going. And I miss Matt. I haven't talked to him for a while. It's like he broke up with me and started dating Duke instead. It's like I am the sworn ex-boyfriend of my boyfriend. And yeah, that's no good. The worst team are the Democrats. The Democrats are the worst team. I think that the Democrats shouldn't be blue. They should be red. And that the Republicans should be blue. I think the colors should switch. Weren't the colors fucking switched at one point not that long ago? I don't know. That was a long diatribe. That was the longest I fucking didn't talk for like 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I'll just keep talking because it's apparently what I do. I swear to God that it was like 1990. If you go back that far, that the red and the blue was switched. Like the blue donkey and that was the red fucking elephant, right?
Yeah. I don't think they were ever switched though.
Just the colors. Did the colors? We're asking. I gotta go ask Grok. Grok, did the Dems and Republican parties switch colors? Come on, Grok, give me some fucking answers. Yes. The association of colors in Democrats and Republican parties of the effective switched over through time, though it wasn't a deliberate switch. I bet that the Democrats used to be red and they had to fucking okay. The red for Republicans or blue for Democrat color scheme we know today solidified during the 2000 presidential election. Prior to that, the colors used inconsistently. So I guess they used to switch both ways before that. In the 19th and early 20th century, the colors were used sporadic and various by region or media. In 1976, the first color TV added the election map used red for Democrats. See, there we go. 1976, NBC had red for Democrats and blue for Republicans. Boom. Boom, suckers. The fuck? Anyway, what's going on, Ohio? How are you?
Well, there was a bunch of thunderstorms today, which stopped all the trains from running until now.
That's good. I mean, so, I don't know. Is that good?
I mean, that's good if the trains ain't running, but you know, if the storms stop and the trains start running again.
I feel like at some point you're gonna fucking like, I don't know, sabotage the railways or something so that you can get some sleep.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Sunday night, I almost got up and beat the shit out of some rail conductor.
Some what?
Almost beat the shit out of some rail conductor at like 3:30 in the morning.
What was he doing?
He came through at it's like 3:30 in the morning, and just blew the horn like 18 times in a row for like a good 2-3 minutes that it was. And I'm like, dude, like people are seriously trying to sleep right now. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I would like train some dogs to like find the rail conductor and chew him up to get hot dogs, you know? So like every time they'd find like a little anything that looks like a train and it'd be like chooching along and then the dog would find like the guy who looks like a conductor, and he's like doing his thing, and they gotta bite him, you see, and once they bite him, then they get hot dogs, and so you train them that if they bite the train conductor, they get hot dogs, and then you just release them whenever you hear the thing. I think it's a good idea. Anyway, bro, I got nothing to talk about tonight, really. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff in the Discord that people have been posting about and stuff that's been going on, and like the Colorado ammo stuff and the fucking other shit that's going on in the world with Europe being out of power and stuff. That's kind of crazy. You know about that? Is that still going on?
I don't know if it's still going on or not. I know they were in blackout mode, though.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, man. Do you think that... I don't know. I suppose it could be any number of reasons that the power goes out, but it also could be some sort of a terrorist attack, and it also could be some sort of an international, like, Ukraine versus Russia thing, and now Europe's getting involved, so they're fucking you going after the European infrastructure, and like, who fucking knows, dude? Like, it could be anything.
Well, I know that the EU climate accord thing had to do with like them getting rid of coal and not using coal as like electricity anymore, and that's why they were having like blackouts before this. So it could just be the fact they were around the coal so much they're just completely blacking out now.
My heart just dropped. I have no heart anymore. I heard Matt and Duke kissed on set. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. Superbad says, "Howdy, sir. How's it going? Have you made any more progress on the wheelies?" No, not really. I'm about the same as I was. On occasion, I get a good one. And any unseen damage to your bike after the drop, as far as I can tell, it's perfectly fine. Not even a dent, not even a ding, not even a scratch. So we're good to go. The crash protection protected. And I got out of the way, so I was fine. It was like landing on soft dirt. I actually just posted a video today if you guys haven't seen it. Because I'm doing that camping trip here in about a month. At the beginning of not next month, but the month after that is when we're doing the trip for that first week. And I rode the bike to the area where we're going to be camping at, or at least one of the nights. And rode around some of the trails. I didn't go very hard because I'm by myself, unsupported, with no, like I didn't even like drive a vehicle there and then unload my motorcycle. I just rode my motorcycle there. So if I fuck up, I'm kind of fucked, you know. So I took it nice and easy. I didn't go very hard at all, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know what the next plan is, Poke the Bear. I don't have a next plan yet. Matt is hooked on crayons now. The pink ones, thanks to Duke, says NC Lucky. Yeah, I don't know. I saw some fucking thing that they were doing the other night on Matt's channel. Well, number one, there's a new guy. Who's the fucking new guy? Anyone know who the fucking new guy is? Did you guys see the new guy on Matt's channel? I'm not there, and now there's a fucking new guy. Yeah,
which new guy? There's been like several new guys. There might be
several new guys. So many new guys, bro. He's like fucking. You know, it used to be just like a monogamous thing where it was just me and Matt. You know. And now he's just got like so many new guys, right? That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I think some of them are old guys that came back and are new again.
So he's pulling back exes too?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Now I really feel left out. I feel specifically excluded. Anonymous says, at least he got him before he got all wallered out. What up, Leo?
Hey, what up? Man, I went a bit early, but I was sitting here like, man, I'm supposed to be doing something right now.
Yeah, that's all good, man.
What is it?
I did that with work the other day. It was like a couple weeks ago. It's like I was supposed to be there at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I got it in my head that I was supposed to be there at 10:30. So it's like 9:30, and I'm like, I really feel like I should be doing something right now. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's all good though. How's things going for you, good sir?
You know what? I always like to say shout out to Dino. He like all the bike jackets came in today that he sent me, and plus a helmet. So really, thank you for that. And I really need it when money is tight right now. And he gave me some riding gear. So
That's awesome.
thank you. Yeah.
That's badass. Dino Spumoni for the win.
Yes.
Shout out to Dino.
Yeah. Huge shout out. I couldn't thank him enough.
Did he get you like a decent helmet and shit?
Yeah. Did I show it to you? Or
No.
was it?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember. I was at somebody back chat showing it. Maybe. Who knows?
Well, front
Yeah,
chat show it, man. Put that shit in the fupa.
Yep.
If you got it. And a pretty good jacket too, or what?
Yep. Yep. Right. It has all the pads and everything in it.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. I just gave it a wash, so a good washing. So. I'll see if I can grab the helmet though.
I don't think I've ever washed one of my jackets. They just I get them and I wear them and they get dirty and I wear them and they get dirtier and ripped and then I throw them away. Is that bad?
No. No, not really. I mean, a nice war-in jacket, I think, kind of looks better.
A what jacket?
A nice war-in jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like a warrior something jacket.
No.
Very cool. Well, that's awesome, man. How you enjoying the bike so far?
I haven't really gotten to ride it, well, except for that time when I fell off. But I haven't really rode it that much since of the weather. I was still waiting for it to get warm.
God damn, Chicago must suck for that, dude.
Yes. Although people still ride, but someone who's still like a beginner, I try to wait till there's like perfect conditions.
Brian Knight,
get some riding time in. Nah, not yet.
Brian Knight says, "My daughter won a BP rifle at this past weekend. So yay, 50 caliber flintlock. What's a BP rifle? A British patrol rifle? I don't know. You got anything there, Ohio? What's a BP rifle?
Some kind of musket, I assume. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I got that from the second half of the sentence. Black powder. Sorry, guys.
Same here. Now I'm thinking, duh, black powder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh, my dumb ass.
Dino says, I live about an hour away from Leo. I ride if it's 33 degrees or warmer. Man, I need 50 degrees to enjoy riding. Because, like, if it's in the 40s, like high 40s, maybe. But even then, like, if you get stuck, like, going higher speeds for any amount of time, and that wind just keeps blowing by you, it just sucks all the heat out of your body, But if it's like 51 and you're dressed right, you can ride all day. It's fine. I don't know, though. Again, like the worst I've ever got hurt on two wheels was on an e-bike. So, because they're so fucking light and like the wheelbase is shorter and the wheels aren't as big. And you know what I mean? Like it's just got a lot of things working against it as for like stability. And for me, it was braking, or actually it wasn't even braking. It was like that was another time that I almost got fucked up on the bike braking. Because you hit that front brake too hard and you just go you tumble you just tumble forward, And it happened so fucking quick. Like, I don't know. Thankfully, like my instincts took over and I just fucking put my feet down and started running. So it was okay. But even then, my fucking ankle got kind of fucked up. Oh, you got an LS2 helmet.
Yep.
That's like a proper motorcycle helmet, dude. That's badass.
Yeah, and it fits good too. Fits great.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. And what kind of jacket did he get you?
I think it's the same.
An LS2
it's
jacket?
Yeah,
So he got you a motorcycle jacket.
yeah,
So you have like motorcycle gear now.
yep.
So now you need a motorcycle, Leia.
Soon, well, not soon, but later.
You got to start looking at like Craigslist for a broken one that needs a bunch of work. Not like the wrong kind of work, like the fucking kind that a normal guy can do. Not like the engine's blown up, but like a bunch of stuff attached to it doesn't look good and it's kind of fucked up. You know, that kind of stuff.
None of your business. Want me to start a biker gang? Cool. All right.
Hell yeah, bro. So if we live so far apart, we'll be like the worst biker gang. Like, yeah, I got my patch, but I ride alone. Once in a while, we'll get together in like the middle of Iowa or something because it's halfway for everybody. I don't know. Where's halfway between Denver and Chicago? It's like the middle of Kansas.
Probably.
We'll meet in Hayes, Kansas.
Right.
We'll ride around Hayes and terrorize the city.
See, Dino says the it's icon mesh and plus a scorpion and it's a scorpion flannel.
I found that the icon stuff fits pretty well. It's Alpine Star for whatever reason. If you fit like extra large, right? Like if you need an extra large and you get a double XL in Alpine Star, it's still too small. So then you got to be like, oh yeah, I'm the fat kid wearing a 3XL to make the Alpine Star fit. But really, in like everything else that you've ever worn, you're just XL.
Right. And that's what I have. Like one of them is a 3X, the other is a 4X.
This isn't a bad suggestion, actually. Living in Chicago, I'd get a scooter. Honda ADV or PCX will do 60 miles an hour and get 90 miles per gallon. I was thinking more like one of those 49cc like scooters that you don't have to register, that you don't have to have insurance for, that you don't have to have a license to drive, that are legal, that are in fact legal to go on the road. And I think that usually the top speed's like 35 or 45, something like that. So going around the city, you'll be just fine on something. And you can usually find like those Chinese scooters all day for less than $1,000, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for one that like you can actually run, that actually works, you know? Like it might be beat up or whatever, but you know, usually for $1,000 for a bike, you're getting something that doesn't work. And yes, we should start a motorcycle gang.
Yep.
You need to get a black leather jacket with a skull on the back that lights up LED, so you can be you'll be so cool in Colorado. That's one thing I don't understand about the motorcycle scene is the motorcycle clubs and the motorcycle gangs. Like clubs make a little bit more sense because usually it's like, hey, you want to join a club with people who do the same thing as you so that you can hang out? Okay, that kind of makes sense. But then they have like that weird like hierarchy shit and you got to be like a pledge and do all the things, you know? I don't know. It's just weird. But then the motorcycle gangs are even worse because they're like that, but then it's like violent and fucking like serious. And if you don't fucking respect someone's cut or you like look at someone's girl when you shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, who fucking knows what you fucking do wrong? They're going to find something that you're doing wrong. And then they're going to swing their big dick around. And then they're going to see if you, like, fucking bow down to them. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. Like, are you supposed to fight back? Because I'd probably fucking fight back. And then they'd be like, oh, you're the leader now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It seems like a movie they should make.
All right. or a TV show. You know,
Dude, have you ever seen that guy on YouTube who's like, oh, I'll find him. Hold on, keep talking for a minute.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He does
He does the shorts. Yeah.
Yep. I can't even think of the name of him.
Yep, that's exactly what you're talking about. Let's see. Who's with the what's that? My bike or a Bentley? Rose?
So's the ghost. Yo, I'm the ghost.
Oh, that was
This guy, dude. And I went on to his. Oh, hold on, I'm not screen sharing. Gosh, bless America.
who just came in?
Someone who's not speaking.
Yeah.
I did.
Someone who's sad. Why are you sad?
I'm not. I'm tired. Had a rough day at work.
I'm sorry.
I feel that.
Just the fucking Audi R8 was kicking my ass. I was trying to put suspension on it, and it was a piece of shit.
An R8, huh? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Pretty cool vehicle.
Yep.
Usually.
Yeah, I got a lot of cool vehicles from customers that come in.
Well, check this guy out. What do you think about
This
the
one's
one?
rusted, so. Oh, sorry.
Pull up, I asked the VP, is it okay
Can you
if
even
I
hear
leave
this?
my bandana over my face? He don't give a
Yeah.
He should have told me take it off, but I kept it on. I had full bandana covering my face, shades, bandana over my head. I was on it. So we pull up
Oh, that's on it. You got to have everything, and then you're on it.
to the diamond, and there's somebody there that's in a support club, and he's shaking people's hands. So he comes up to me and he's like, yo, I'll shake your hand, but you need to take your shades off, whatever. So me, being from the streets, I went to hit him, and they pulled me back.
Yeah, because that's what you do when someone says, "Hey, man, I'll shake your hand." You just hit them because I'm So's the ghost. So there's a bunch of these videos that I fucking like. I wonder if I was even this one. Yeah. Top comment is from me. Dude is the gayest writer.
How to make it friends all over the internet
Oh, yeah.
every day.
Anyway. I'm glad that happened to be a video that I just happened to have commented upon. Hold on. Swedish Match is going to open a Zin plant out there. Oh, hold on. Sorry. That's something completely. I should not be reading that online.
Oh.
Good thing everything I read makes no sense out of context.
Nope.
Sorry about that. You know
Except
who
you like
are.
Swedish meatballs. Cool.
Swedish meatballs are very good. You ever go to
what I got out of that?
You ever take a girl on a date and you don't have any money really? So you just go to fucking IKEA and pretend to furniture shop for stuff that you're going to need later. And then spend like $2 getting Swedish meatballs at the end. And then she's like happy and she got to look at a bunch of stuff. It actually worked out. It was like that. You ever see Half Baked when Dave Chappelle takes the girl out on a date and all he has is like $5?
Yeah. Know what?
Like, good.
Since you say that, I found my VHS of that like last week. I still have the VHS.
Honda's bike gang can have a meetup with Yankees Colt. I don't know. I'm afraid of Yankees Colt. They're too zealot. We'll do whatever he says. You know? Ever hear about there's some fucking crazy Colts out there, like the Anthill gang? You ever hear about that one?
No, I've never
Sounds
heard of that.
familiar.
This dude like had his group of followers and he like basically said that God is commanding them to work. And he would like work them really hard until they were like basically so exhausted from working that's all they could do, you know. And he would just like go from one person to the next person to the next person and like do fucked up shit to him. Like, oh, God told me to fuck your wife, or like God told me to like cut your arm off and see if you can like take the pain without, you know, making a noise, or I don't know all the things that he did. Like he mutilated people, he killed people, he worked a bunch of people to death. People tried to escape, he didn't let them, he tortured them. You know, it was like one of the worst fucking examples of a cult that I know of anyway. I'm sure there's probably got to be a worse one somewhere out there. Fucking what's his name talks about it. I can't remember. Wendigoon. Wendigoon's got a video about the Anthill Gang.
There was a worse cult. It's called Jonestown.
Yeah, I mean, for sure by numbers, I think more people died from that. But I think as far as sheer suffering of the people, Anthill Gang was way worse. Because he would like torture and mutilate people and shit. And he had like 70 children that were all like his. They were like all half brothers and sisters of one another.
Is Yankees club's name the Gay Bear Club or something? As long as you're straight, you wouldn't have to worry about that game.
Yankee has MSNBC eyes when he talks.
Oh yeah, just glazed over.
Just like a crazy look in his eye. Like you ever see that crazy look? It's always when he's saying something outlandish and fucking like controversial that he knows is specifically to elicit a response from people. Like, oh, I said the thing about Trump, and y'all gonna be mad about it because I'm from Carolina, but I lived in the Northwest for so long. I don't know why I have this accent.
Whoa! He is not from Carolina. He is West Virginia. Do not
West
put
Virginia,
that shit on
same
us.
shit.
Hey,
Don't put that on us.
No, do not put my people into that either.
I'm sorry, everybody.
We don't claim
There's a
that
different
kind
kind of inbreeding there, guy.
Dino Simone dropped in 5 and said, I wanted to create a scooter club called Grip and Rip South Carolina with a logo that's going to be a skeletonized hand holding a dildo. All right. See, that's the kind of thing that makes people not want to join your motorcycle club. I don't know. Maybe you should put that back on the drawing board. Just a thought.
Or you might get members that you probably really don't want.
Right. 100%. That's the other way you could do it. Yankee grunts and laughs when he's spewing excess poop. I guess.
You know what? I've been watching a lot of Yankee videos lately. I don't know why. I just turn it on while it's mostly in the background while I'm doing stuff.
Wait, are you saying that you use Yankee as background white noise while you fap?
Yes. Yes.
Something about the sound of his voice makes you feel safe?
Comforting. You know?
That's a sad thing.
Preston Garvey dropped in $5. Thanks, man. It says, the worst gang is the federal government, and I'm not suicidal. Well, that fucking went from 0 to 100.
What you do?
Did you hear about the Epstein fucking girl who committed suicide? Or she died or she committed suicide? She committed suicide is what it was. Because she got hit by a bus.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But then the bus driver said, like, well, yeah, I got an a fender bender with a car and I broke the taillight, but it wasn't a big deal. And I didn't even know she was in the car. Is the story from the bus driver. And meanwhile, she's been like fucking fighting for her life. Doctors say she's got like 48 hours to live or something like that. And then all of a sudden, like the stories go away about it and she's fine. And then without confirmation, not allegedly, not whatever, she's just found dead and it's ruled to be suicide 100%, even though she went on the internet. I'm not sure. It was some time before this. So like people are saying, well, that was like 2 years ago. But she went on the internet and was like, if I ever commit suicide, if I ever show up dead like that, I didn't fucking do it. I would never commit suicide. Fuck you. You know?
She was Prince Andrew's main accuser.
That's what the headlines read. That's when I saw it. I was like,
What headlines? What?
All
Someone's
right.
about her death.
Yeah. True with Prince Andrew.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That's what the headlines was reading.
dude is the gayest fucking writer on YouTube. Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was funny.
What's going on the Twitter, I wonder? Oh no, I don't want Twitter Premium. I just wanted to know what's going on Twitter.
High Point finally dropped an AR pistol and AR rifle.
High Point?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yep.
I did not see any of that.
It's supposed to be
It was
under
some
500
NRA
million.
show or something that came out the other day. They announced they're officially. I think what they did was they teamed with Anderson Manufacturing, and they're having Anderson make the first, gen or whatever of it, because they don't have the tooling here in Ohio to do it yet. And I think the way they were talking was it's going to be either Gen 2 or Gen 3 is going to be their own in-house manufacturing then.
Sorry, bro. If you need a car, there's going to be hella fucking auctions in Aurora, Colorado, because they implemented a 3-strike policy for vehicles where if you don't have insurance and your car is not registered and they pull you over, the third time they pull you over, they impound your car. And if you're not able to come and provide stuff to get your car out, then eventually they sell it. That's how I got my son's car. Except for they didn't have 920 cars that they just impounded. So there's going to be the biggest fucking car auction. Oh my god, I got to find out when that is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, are Colorado cars rust buckets?
Nah, you're fine. They don't use salt on the roads here. Everyone thinks that Colorado got ice all the time. Yeah, there's
they don't?
winter, but we use magnesium chloride.
Ah.
I'm going to look into that then.
Right.
I can always use some cars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we use a brine solution.
We use salt.
Oh, yeah. I stay the fuck
we
away from
use-
Chicago cars.
Yeah, we use fucking salt.
In the mountains, on the mountain roads, they use a mixture of salt and gravel because that melts the ice and snow and also gives you some traction, But yeah, in the city and on the plains and stuff, they use mag chloride. They use a sprayer bottle. Holy shit.
My county uses sand. Damn. Damn, she's good for 40.
Megan Fox. Is that the one with the fucking trans kids?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
She's also the one that talked about drinking blood.
Jesus. Yeah, she's probably she's like the queen of hell, is what she is. Ugh.
Lilith.
I'm still hidden, but
Yeah, they didn't quit it.
Your dick might burn off inside of her,
Sometimes you gotta take chances in life.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is facing a $1.5 billion with a B dollar deficit. He blew over $600 million on migrants while the city was drowning. Now he's begging taxpayers for a bailout and pushing for progressive revenue schemes.
I'm all for it, to be honest with you.
What is he wearing? Whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably some kind of Kwanzaa garb.
Right, some type of, some type of Afghan guard shit. I'm all for it. I need him to fuck up Chicago even more. I support anything that Brandon Johnson does.
Interstate I-70 in Colorado has a mile marker 419.99 since the 420 marker keeps getting stolen. Now I want that 419.99 because I know they don't make those. It's going to cost more to replace. Oh, I should be looking at the chat. Shit, sorry.
Of course, you're not going to do it.
Well, you can just get signs printed at this point on the internet with there's got to be some small business somewhere that just makes fucking custom signs and shit, you know?
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
but it's not authentic as getting the real thing, you know.
Yeah, but it also doesn't come with a felony if you the
Yeah.
cop uses you.
That's the main part.
Do Carolina and fucking West Virginia not like each other?
West Virginia and Kentucky are like the rival states.
Yeah, I just don't want Yankee associated with Carolina. I don't have a problem with most West Virginians.
Have you never seen Yankees MSNBC eyes? You know what I'm talking about? They get all beady and fucking they open really wide.
And they're glazed over.
Yeah, and they're glazy. And he doesn't blink. He does this like non-blinking thing where he just like stares awkwardly into the fucking camera as he's talking in his weird Yankee accent.
He did that this week, still talking about revolvers are the most reliable things on earth.
Oh, is there a new Yankee video talking about
the only thing that Washington State can have is revolvers at this point?
I mean, he did have like what was it, Bell's palsy once, so it could be left over from that. His stare.
And he's got brain rot from his jibby jab too.
Most concerning threats to personal safety in modern America. Since we have nothing to do, let's watch a Yankee video. Sometimes I like watching Yankee videos and making fun of them. Oh, are we on it? Yep, we're on it. Okay.
Yango's up there. Hold on, I gotta go out and see if that's UPS or something because people in the driveway out trying to eat the UPS drivers, Amazon drivers. He's trying to eat some little Mexican lady delivering Amazon packages.
This is where you start your video? Okay.
What do you think is the most concerning threat that you might face in modern America? When you decided you were going to carry a gun, what was one of the that was forefront in your mind? The threat that
YNs.
you encounter?
Black people.
Same.
I mean,
Okay, everyone have your answer? What was your answer? Black people? What is it?
I said YNs.
And I agree with
YNs? Okay, same thing.
Yeah.
The youths. I mean, I guess my secondary fear would be, even if I'm justified in defending myself against someone who's attacking me, that I am then going to be persecuted by the government would be my actual secondary concern.
And we're not saying this is likely, but it's one of the ones you consider to be, if you do face a threat, it's most likely going to be this. Is it a mass shooter, a lone gunman that comes to a public place or your work? Is it you're out in public and someone tries to run over a bunch of people with a truck? Is it, you're downtown and there's a protest and it turns into a riot and looting? Is it just theft or personal attack against yourself, a carjacking, a mugging, or, something like that? What do you think is the greatest threat you face? And, you use that to choose your carry gun, basically. For me, there's a couple of threats that really scare me.
All right, I don't see anything I disagree with so far. So good job, Yankee.
Not
I will
scare
say
me,
that-
but I
What's that?
When I became a gun owner, the reason I became a gun owner is because I thought Democrats were going to take the 2018 midterms, and that's the main reason why I started buying guns. Was fear of government tyranny.
I mean, there's a couple of guns that I might have thought about possibly acquiring, maybe at some point, that had that specific purpose in mind, or at least threat. Anyway.
don't want to find myself in. One of them is, I don't want to be in a public place and some crazy gunman comes in, starts shooting up the place. Maybe you're towards the back, you're in a bathroom, you end up getting in a back room or behind a counter. I don't want to be one of those people texting saying, this is happening and I'm stuck. I can't get out. He's getting me next. Tell the people I love them. That. I don't want to ever be in that helpless situation. I always want to be able to fight back. And that's why I carry it, because I don't want to be in one of those situations. That's probably the thing I think about more than anything else. But in modern day, there is one threat that's probably made me think a little more about it than I used to.
YN.
And that is car attacks. Any idiot can go rent a car, can rent a truck from Home Depot.
Okay, this is gay. I don't want to watch this. Sorry.
So you're basically talking about Islamic terrorism?
Yeah, I mean that happens a lot, dude. And then when it does happen, and it's someone who's ideologically on the side of the left, or someone that the media wants to protect for whatever reason, then it's always like, oh well, SUV lost control and went into a crowd. But if it was like a Trump supporter or anything, and it was like like an affluent group of people, let's say, on the side of the road that got ran into, well, then it's like the worst thing that's ever happened, and this guy is a terrorist, and he's a white supremacist, and this is a hate crime, and he should be charged with this, and that, and then they do, and then they convict him. Whatever happened to that guy who, what was it, like the Mustang driver in Charlotte? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, Charlottesville?
Charlottesville, thank you, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave him, I think it was life plus like 120 years or something crazy like that.
Did he kill anybody?
Yeah, I think a woman got killed.
They claimed he killed a girl, but in reality, from my understanding, she had a heart attack on the side of the fucking road because she was overweight.
So he arguably didn't even kill anybody, and they gave him life.
Plus a bunch of years.
What about the guy in Waukesha?
Waukesha.
You know what? I don't know what they gave him. Right.
He got, I believe he got like, it was either 25 to life or something like that.
No,
and he got
got
raped in prison recently.
No, I think he got several life sentences, plus 700 years or something.
Well, good. He deserved it. Like, that was one guy, because, like, man, if you guys watched any of that trial, it was so infuriating because he decided that he wasn't going to have he wasn't going to have counsel. He was just going to do it himself.
Yeah.
Which is fine if, like, you're smart enough to do it and you have, like, patience and you can come up with arguments and, like, you can actually defend yourself in court.
Yeah.
This guy could not defend himself in court.
Which made it even better if you think about it.
Yeah, but it also it was just annoying because he'd throw a fit, they'd have to remove him, and like he'd be sitting in the fucking, like, they'd put him in another room with a camera on the trial so that he could see what was going on, and he would like write on pieces of paper and hold them up, and
he was trying to get a crazy sentence. That's what he was trying to do.
Oh, that's exactly what he was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to play mentally insane.
Yeah, but if you guys remember at the time, though, the story in the paper, the story in the media was like, oh, an SUV lost control and went into a crowd in Washika, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
Waukesha.
Right. So, like, it was the SUV fault. Now, here's right. He should be free, It was the truck that did it, not him.
Yeah, and like, dude stabs the guy in the heart. Like, oh, it's self-defense. Self-defense. Okay. Like, I can't wait for the trial to end on that, for that kid to get convicted of murder, right? And then once he's convicted of murder and sentenced for murder, the riots and the bullshit, and because people are just so ready to tear this country apart so that they can have a small advantage for a short period of time.
I'm telling you, if he was innocent, somebody would have leaked video by now.
That's the thing I thought was weird about the whole situation with Austin Metcalf's murder, is that the school staff took over 70 phones from people that day, and we haven't seen a single video from that.
Yep.
Well, the other thing, wasn't there some video that came out where the black kid fucking was playing basketball, some like high school basketball game, and there was a white kid on the ground and he stomped his fucking head on purpose?
I haven't heard
did
about
not see
that.
that.
I'm not sure about that one. I know that there's been several other
Well, let me try
stories
to
that came
find that
out
real
about
quick. I don't
Carmelo
know
being
if
a
I
piece
can
of
show it
shit.
on Twitter, but I mean on YouTube. But what's that
You
kid's
might-
name?
Carmelo Anthony,
Carmelo. That's right.
spelled K-A-R.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%, 100% Yep, and 100% I can't show that. So yes, that's true. I guess it's not confirmed. Is that him? That's what the internet says. You know how the internet is. You never fucking know.
Right.
But he 100% stomped that kid's head, whoever that is, and it says it's him. So I guess I'm suspending disbelief, but for now I'm believing it.
If it shows up in court or anything about character, I don't know. Maybe it won't. Still,
Yeah.
who knows?
There was
I
also
mean,
that
again,
one.
who knows what the situation actually is until we go to court? Because you know what, it could be some self-defense thing. Maybe.
The only way it can be self-defense is if he was just sitting in the chair, minding his own business, and then Metcalf came up to him and was like, "Get the fuck out of here," and started attacking him, like physically, without provocation. And then he was getting beat so bad that he felt like he needed to escalate force against the person who was using fists upon him, right? Because because someone punches you, I don't know. Do you have the right to like pull out a knife and stab someone if they punch you?
If you're sitting down and somebody hits you from behind and do it, I think yeah.
So okay, there are circumstances in which the answer is yes,
Yeah.
but I think it's very narrow, and it would be very scrutinized in order to get that kind of an outcome. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was just a one-on-one face-to-face, no.
One-on-one,
But if it's
face
two
to
of
face,
you,
in a situation that you both created and instigated, right? Like you were sitting in the chair, they asked you to leave, you didn't. You said, "Make me." You stand up, you push, you get violent, they push back, you pull out a knife and stab,
no. Then no.
then 100% no.
Right. 100% no.
So yeah, I guess there's a very small chance that there's a legitimate self-defense case here. Based upon the video that I just saw of the kid stomping the other kid in a game of basketball, I'm going to guess that it probably isn't going to be in this case. I mean, I might even put $20 on it.
I said, like, now when the actual court starts, then we would know.
Don't Poke the Bear says, maybe I am black pilled, but I think the BLM will intimidate the jury and the kid will walk.
There's been talk of that for a while now.
They tried to do that with Rittenhouse. It didn't work. Like, I think people are, not everybody, but there's a good portion of the people in this country who are just fed up with all the fucking bullshit. And if them standing up to the bullshit means that them and their family go on the chopping block and might get fucking hurt or killed, then so fucking be it, I think is what the attitude of a lot of people is these days, because it's better that we die on our feet than die on our fucking knees. We better stand up and fight against this shit now while we still have the ability to, instead of later when we have to beg that we be spared by the powers that might choke us out and kill us, much like a Floyd or a whatever.
And this happened in Texas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I don't think none of the jurors are going to be intimidated.
did. I hope not.
Right. I'm going to say like 90%, probably not.
X Adam says, yes, they should have thought about that before they punched me. if they rush you because you can't reasonably know that you only have fists to attack. Wait, hold on. If they rush you because you can't reasonably know that. Okay, so yeah, if they're like, if it's multiple people on one, then pulling out a knife makes sense.
Right. And his twin brother was with him, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it could have been a 2-against-1 situation. But if you were still being the aggressor and saying "make me,"
My understanding
again,
is
that's still
his
two
twin
different
brother
things.
didn't even see what happened though.
Yeah, because he was busy working with other people or something like that. That were in the tent as well.
So like while his back was turned and he was around the corner, his brother gets stabbed and he comes like around the corner like what happened, and his brother's dying on the fucking ground, you know.
Yeah, collapsing into his arms.
So yeah, I mean the most disturbing part of this story to me isn't the fact that there's this evil piece of shit fucking kid out there. Isn't the fact that a family has to wake up without their son every day for the rest of their lives, right? And that doesn't go away. That doesn't go away in a week. That doesn't go away in a month. It doesn't go away in a year. It doesn't go away in a decade. It doesn't go away in a century. You'll carry that shit around with you as long as you're alive. So there's that.
And they beat you up in the media for it.
Yeah,
That
but
you
the
lost your
worst
son.
part is the fact that tens of thousands of people from all across the country feel so passionately about this situation that they would donate to the kid who stabbed the other kid in the heart, because they ideologically would jump to the conclusions of what happened, just like we did. Honestly, I think we didn't so much jump to the conclusion as we were like, I don't know, logically led to the conclusion, but still, we don't know all the facts, and yet we are at a conclusion of who's guilty and who's not about the situation, like it or not. However, I don't know, like, it's so sickening to see the split in this country, right? Because you have like one set of facts and two sets of realities.
Yep.
And the two sets of realities are so diametrically opposed that I don't think they can coexist. Anyway.
The fact that they still putting out the message that Rittenhouse killed 3 black people, that just sets the tone right there. Like, why? Still to this day, they still bring that up like it actually happened.
Yeah, or the fine people hoax, or like there's so many hoaxes. Like it seems like almost every single hoax, if not every, I can't think of a single hoax that's come from the right. Maybe like Pizzagate, but even then, like, was that a hoax? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Frazzle dipping, is that a hoax? Frazzle dripping, sorry. Frazzle drip. If you don't know what frazzle drip is, do yourself a favor and forget I ever mentioned it.
Too late. I'm going to look that up later.
No, you don't want to. I'm telling you, don't. I'm telling you, you are better off not knowing what frazzle drip is.
It just sounds wrong.
Yeah.
I could have gone the whole rest of my life and not known about frazzle drip.
I feel like you're just wanting us to look it up now.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, that frazzle drip. No, it's pretty bad, though. Seriously. The quartering showed some of the comments left on the Give, Send, Go. It's disgusting and telling. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the people aren't like, oh, man, that kid's innocent, and let me try to help him. They're like, kill more white people. Like, here's $20. Good job. And then his dad or his parents or his family got swatted. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, there's been multiple swattings now.
Yes.
Multiple swattings against the family of the kid who got murdered. So they kissed
And
their
there's-
kids goodbye one morning, like a Tuesday morning or whatever it was. Hey, honey, have fun at school today and good luck at the meet tonight after school. Let me know how it goes. Never got to talk to their son again. Attacked in the media, demonized, belittled, ignored, mocked, and now fucking swatted multiple times. How is it that you get swatted and no one ever gets arrested? You know,
because our laws are stupid and they don't actually make it felonies.
isn't false reporting to the police of crime?
It is, but there's been states like mine that have done like actual felony charges now for swatting attacks and stuff.
Yep.
Isn't sending a SWAT team to someone's house tantamount to attempted murder?
It should be.
So wouldn't that be two crimes, one of them including attempted murder, which would be a felony, which would mean it doesn't matter what state you're in. We're going to come get you. I mean, I can see if you're like in North Korea, right? And you got a computer and a fucking a VoIP fucking thing, and you can fake a phone call and, you know, do the things. Like, okay, yeah, fucking North Korea keeps like swatting people, and we don't know what to do about it. We got to find it. Fine, you know, you got to find a solution for that. Some dude in New Jersey swats some dude in New York or California or Florida or wherever. Then the New Jersey police should go to his house and arrest him and take him to Florida or wherever, where he can be tried for attempted murder.
You know what? How much do you believe that some of those calls actually did come from overseas trying to start something?
Maybe some of them. I bet some of them.
Because I can see that happening. I can see that happening.
Yeah, there could have been like one or two, but I'm guaranteeing the majority were from here in America at some point.
Well, when they're against like political right-wing talk show hosts who has a small following, but then it's known where he lives, and you know, some people targeted him, and then I don't know. There's got to be like a website or something, like a Reddit fucking page or some shit, you know, where they're all get together and they're like, "This one next. Here's how you do it. You know." You got to do this thing where it shows you in New York, but you're actually in Los Angeles, so that when they go to raid your house, you're not there because, you know, like I don't know how they fucking do it, dude. There's got to be some technological shit to it too, where they don't get caught because they're on a what's that thing called where you're
like a VPN.
Yeah, VPN. That's what I was looking for. But even then, like I think they could figure it out if they wanted to.
Right.
Well, I think some of the problem too is you got to look at it from the aspect of a state and how old some of the people that are in governorships are right now and have no idea about technology like that. So they really don't give a fuck. And the ones who actually do, they basically just don't have the budget for it, is what it is, unfortunately, in a lot of cases.
But then they have the budget to watch us, what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, it's kind of a shitty video. You can see the two kids fighting over the basketball. And then the one kid gets tripped or something. And then number 10 is Mr. Anthony, which I can't show you what he does in real time, but
supposedly
here he is standing over him. Here he is raising his foot. Here he is with his foot down all the way. So, yeah.
Unconfirmed.
YouTube,
yeah. Unconfirmed YouTube.
However, believable. Robert De Niro's daughter, Arian, comes out as transgender in first ever interview. Oh my God. Robert De Niro, how's it feel, buddy? That's fucking funny as shit.
One of the greatest actors, and he just had to fuck it all up for himself.
Now he's got to act like he still loves his son.
Yep. I wonder if he's gonna make a turnaround now.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Hold on, wait a minute, not my kid. Wait, hold up.
I mean, that's what got Elon Musk, dude.
Yep.
Yep.
2 Indian nationals in the U.S. on student visas arrested in El Paso County for crimes to at-risk elderly persons, robbery, money laundering, and fraudulent investments. Yeah, they look like they're trustworthy. What is that dude's name?
Suspects.
Muhammad Alaham.
Jesus. I would hate to spell out my name if I had that.
Oh, I got to get some of this shit. My fucking my windshield on my car is fucked. I need a whole ass new one, but I'm willing to try anything at this point.
I bet you don't even work like that.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't either. To be something tells me.
Right. Even if it works, it probably still you can see it.
Honda, your insurance won't give you a free windshield?
What's that?
Your insurance won't give you a free windshield?
I don't know. Will they?
Yeah. Most insurance companies will give you one free windshield.
Do they fucking jack your prices up?
They didn't on me one time.
Well, shit, I have 4 vehicles I insure through them. They should give me something for all the money I give them.
Right. Like, what am I paying you for? You know what I mean?
Although, do you know how much it costs per month to insure the KLR 650?
I'm pretty sure for motorcycles, right? Pennies.
$12 a month.
Yep.
That's a little low, but still, yeah.
White House press secretary exposes Biden's fake Oval Office set. Biden had a fake Oval Office set, so you could roll out of bed and be like, "Oh, the Resolute desk."
You never saw his fake set? It had fake windows and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Post op-ed: judges are not above the law, even if they're trying to protect illegal immigrant thugs. Did you guys hear the story about the judge who had the fucking dude, and then she freaked out on the people and told him to go to a meeting? They iced people, like, why are you waiting for this person? And then took the guy and his parents or whatever into the fucking, or his lawyer into the fucking judge's chambers and gave them a fucking back door out so that they could leave.
Yep.
Yeah, should be arrested. And then the other one's even worse because it was like a Tren del Agua or some fucking kind of fucking actual like gang member from a different country. I forget what it was.
Uh-huh.
Was living inside of the judge's house, I guess fixing stuff or something, or I don't know. Like, was the husband not there? I'm not sure what's going on, but they were straight up housing a illegal alien gang member, and protecting them from ICE and from the police. And then they got caught for something, and they were like, "Oh, you have a gang member living here? That's weird." So, yeah, dude. We have a bunch of judges in this country that don't have America's best interest at heart. And if you happen to find yourself in a position where you're in front of them, they'll probably fuck you over, you know?
Oh, for sure.
But it amazes me how you're willing to ruin your entire career over something like this.
I mean, maybe they didn't think they'd get caught. Maybe they thought they were above the law. Maybe they thought that the rest of the judges would back them up and protect them from being harmed, or Who knows? Maybe they're right because they're just being charged with these crimes so far. They're not being convicted of anything. So,
And this the hill you're willing to die on, literally.
but
Your
maybe they
career.
thought that it wouldn't be the hill that they would have to die on. It would just be a hill that they could
Right.
fight upon. You know.
Yeah. Right. It still amazes me. Amazes me.
Well, and there's
What
all
they're
these
willing to do.
there's all these stories about Trump's first 100 days in office. What has he accomplished? He doesn't have the trade deals. He's got a trade war that he started. It's like, bro, half of the things that he's working on are going to take way more than 100 days to fucking figure out, right? It's not going to be like, 100 days and like all of the trade deals are done and we're feeling the benefits and the production has gone back to America and investments are back and jobs are back in 100 days. Of course that's not how it's going to fucking happen. Of course that's not how it's going to fucking happen, dude. Like, it's going to take months or years to get these deals done. Years or tens of years to get the jobs back. It's going to take, like, tons of companies are talking about investing in America again with these 5-year plans and stuff, but still, like, that's got to start, and then it's got to be 5 years of fucking putting in $1 billion a year for whatever company it is to build the plant here or whatever they're going to do. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is going to come back. A lot of that money is going to come into America, into our economy, right? But in 100 days, that's willfully ignorant to think that that could happen. Because it can't. It just can't. And then to stand there in front of people who trust you as a news source and say, oh, well, he didn't get these things done in 100 days, therefore he's a bad president and you should think so too. Like, those people don't think for themselves. The people who watch MSNBC and CNN and whatever, they're the NPCs of the world. They're the people who have not enough time to look into things and spend 2 minutes looking at the headline and then are very passionate about the things that they heard, It's crazy where we're at right now. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. Like, if you're going to be outraged about something, if you're going to be upset about something, then you should fucking be able to answer an entire interview of questions about the thing that you're upset about. Right? Makes sense to me. Because if I'm upset about something, if I'm really like angry about something that like is justifiable and all the stuff that I should be angry about it, then I could tell you 15 different reasons I'm angry and angles of why you should be angry too. And you know what I mean? But they ask them the most basic of questions and they don't know anything about what they're fucking supposedly angry about. And again, it's just LARPing. It's just a fucking act. It's a play.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, that's what happens when you're fueled by emotions and not facts.
Ooh. 9+1 Glock for a good price.
You get your 40s while you can, while they're still in store.
Yep.
Yep.
Getting rid of them.
Yep.
Well, shit. Let's see this. See, here's a MAGA grandma, and they're going to be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And watch, she's going to roast him.
Are you prepared to pay higher prices for goods?
I've been paying higher prices, sweetie, in the last, when Biden got in office, my groceries have doubled, my gas has doubled. No, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to
Are
it.
you prepared for more? We're looking at, with the tariffs, these are massive
No,
tariffs.
but it has to happen before it goes back down.
Are you prepared?
She does roast him, though. Like, yeah, I already did pay more under Biden.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what a lot of these young girls are freaking out about now. They're like, how much should we get from China? It's like, too much. That's the point. It's just like the team with tariffs now.
Amazon has completely caved on its tariff policy, an absolute W for President Trump. Meanwhile, Walmart has announced a new program aimed to help small businesses in the U.S. See, again, what is the point of the tariffs? Again, besides like leveling a playing field of these other countries who have used slave labor to undercut products that we could produce here. Well, the thing that they're doing is bringing back production to America, bringing back jobs to America, bringing back all kinds of stuff, investment to America in ways that are going to help us, help our children in the future at a small cost right now. Right? So for a little while, certain goods, certain services, certain products are going to be more expensive than they were before. And that's not even like guaranteed yet. Like, I think the only people who we have actual tariffs with so far is China. Everybody else has been put on hold pending negotiations. And the reason that we have the tariffs on China again is because they use slave labor to fucking undercut products that we could make here or that other countries could make, but they can't compete with that unless we put a tariff on them that makes our labor and our jobs more competitive. So, yeah, I mean, if in a free market, if everybody had a level playing field, you know, like everyone had a same kind of cost of living, same kind of cost of labor, then the economic advantages of producing something far away go away for the most part, especially if it's anything that you can produce locally. Now, if it's like bananas and avocados and fucking like weird shit you can't grow in Colorado, then you're going to have to import it. But if it's, I don't know, like some sort of 3D printed plastic toy, there's no reason why you couldn't make it in Colorado, you know?
Yep.
Anyway.
Without the lead and mercury. No.
Preferably.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, it has been an hour and 10 minutes, and I hate to cut it a little bit short, but I've got some shit that I got to do, and I've been running around, and I had a meeting at work, and I was editing a video all fucking day. And did you guys watch that, by the way?
I watched a couple of them. Yeah.
It's a bit longer of a video. Like I edited like the first half, and I left the second half pretty much unedited so that everyone could see the trails and shit, because there's going to be some people coming with who probably want to see it. So it's a little unnecessarily long, but I don't know. I still think it's a cool video to watch. If you guys are interested.
I like the fact that you keep riding on private property.
Yeah, same here.
It's my favorite thing.
Man, like, does every road in Denver just goes to a private property? That's what it is.
I don't know. There's lots of places that have like closed down, and you know, like there's like empty lots and like buildings that are boarded up, and like my next video, there's a whole ass like Gothic church college that is fenced off and boarded up, and I found a way in and rode around it. Yeah, so look forward to that one. But yeah, there's one today already that's been posted. So if you guys are itching for some more Honda, I guess you could go over there and check that out if you want. But until then, we'll be back next week. Deuces, y'all shall not pee in fridge. Pressure, Badacat care, protect the troops.
Bye.
Honda Cruiser.
Call me, motherfucker.
I want to talk to you, motherfucker. Call me. Call me. Call me.